What's good, YouTube? Quick lunchtime. Okay, so last night, man, was some crazy WNBA action. Crazy. Two really good games. The first one, New York versus Atlanta. Atlanta came out really trying to win. And I get it. It's like elimination time for them. So whatever it was going to be, New York was going to get the best Atlanta drink that they were going to get. Ryan Howard played hard, well. So did Alicia Gray, so on. It was close for the most part until Sabrina, just blacked out. Was on a heater, just making three after three after three. She just took over that game at a certain point. But throughout, it still was rather close. Man, that was really impressive, man. Performance by Anescu. Really impressive performance, and that's what you look for in the playoffs with your stars. Stars, they just got to take it to another level. Whatever you've done in the regular season, how good it was, you got to take it to another level in the playoffs. And this is where the greats cement their legacy. This is where the greats are created. It's playoff time, and not every player is a playoff player. But Sabrina showed, she definitely is. With them winning, what you got is now the setup for the Aces in New York, which I think is going to be like, man, unbelievable. That's going to be an unbelievable series. That's going to be better than whatever the finals is. What else we have? Yeah, then the Aces close out the Storm as well. This here was a better performance pretty much all around by the Aces, especially offensively. AJ Wilson, she put up some points last time. Her shooting percentage wasn't great. Chelsea Plum definitely came through. Jackie Young was struggling to score a little bit, but she contributed in other ways. That's the thing about her. She'll still give you valuable defense, even when the shot isn't falling. But her scoring really hasn't been right, I would say, since the Olympic break. It's crazy. Before this, she was just lighting it up. Remember, Jackie was averaging 19, 20 at some point. She was really one of the more prolific guards in the league for a better part of the season. The Aces come through. They win that. Now, tonight, we got a few games, of course. The Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. All right. At the end of the day, I'm still leaning more towards the Sun. However, upon really considering all things, it would not surprise me if the Fever were able to pull this out. I'm leaning Sun, but I wouldn't be surprised by a Fever win. Because this is what's going to happen here, okay? You're talking about elimination time. You're talking about lose this, go home for the Fever. That puts them in a mindset where they're likely to play very loose. It's one thing. They're going to play very intense, of course. And sometimes those teams are more loose because, heck, it's staring at the barrel of a gun anyway. So what's the point in panicking? So, and I think they have players, man, that got some pride. Like, I really expect a better game out of Aaliyah Boston, who now has got a little bit of playoff experience. She got that one game under her belt. She kind of knows what's required. Just focus, and it's basketball. I expect her to play better. Kelsey Mitchell absolutely expect to play better. Even though, I always say, it's not, someone just playing well. It's also defense. So that defense will be there. And then Caitlin Clark. I expect Caitlin Clark to play better. Because, these are professional athletes and they have pride. I think Caitlin scores 20 points tonight. I think she really does. I think she plays rather well. I don't know how it'll be with her assist numbers. I'm not sure. But I think she's going to play harder. I think she's going to put her better effort in on defense. And I think she'll score about 20 points. Just to give her, she'll feel good. Her fans and someone will feel good about her going into the off season. I don't think she's going to end on like a note where she just, was trash. I don't think so. Yeah, that's kind of what I see. Now, if they win, though, and this is weird. I don't understand this weird format that the W does, where the home team is best out of three. The first two games are for the first two games. The team with the better record, the top of the better seed, plays home, and in that game 3, goes to the place of the team with the lower seed. I think that's just weird. It should be the top seed gets the first home game, the lower seed get the second home game, and then the top seed get the third home game. So this game should be in Indiana, and then the next game for the Fever, because that third decisive game, now what you've done is you've given that advantage to the visiting team, or to the lower seeded, and that's just crazy to me. I don't know if it's because they don't want to do 2 flights instead of 1. It's probably something like that. But this is a very, very weird format, because if the Fever somehow found a way to win this game tonight, now that's crazy. All the pressure's on Connecticut, kinda. Or put it this way, the Fever gets the advantage. That's weird. So as far as the Sun is concerned, they got to pull it out. They got to win. So yeah, I think it'll be something like that. I think the Sun win. I think it's a much closer game. Gets really tight, and it may be a 2 or 3 point win. I think it'll be something like that. And as for the other situation, Connecticut and Phoenix Mercury, I think this is going to be a crazy game. But I do think this is the game actually where Mercury could possibly win, and it goes 3. That's possible. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I think Connecticut is the much better team, though. Well, Minnesota's a much better team. My bad. I don't know. So, we're going to see tonight. I'll probably go live at some point during the game. So, I'll catch up with y'all. Peace out.